As the digital age ramps up, the cost to keep our electric life running is also on the rise. Demand for artificial intelligence, among other products, means massive data centers are growing in certain parts of the country. In areas near those data centers, a new analysis from Bloomberg News found wholesale electricity costs more than doubled over the last 5 years. And the bill is being passed on to everyday Americans like you and I. So let's bring in Leonardo Nicoletti, an investigative data and data visualization reporter at Bloomberg News. Leonardo, thank you so much for joining us. You made maps to show not only the increase, but where those price jumps are really happening across the country. Walk us through what we're seeing here. I want to pull up one of those maps.
Hi, so thank you for having me. So as you can see in this map, wholesale prices more than doubled since 2020 in some markets. The increases have been very different depending on, which area we're talking about. And so that's really the question we wanted to ask ourselves for this story is, to what extent is AI impacting the power market and the prices that people pay for electricity every month across the country?
And I'm looking at almost solid yellow there towards the East Coast, and then again a lot of yellow on the West Coast, and then a lot kind of in the middle of the country, especially by Texas. This is an incredible amount of data to break down. How did you go about doing this?
Yeah, so we actually used very granular data on both locations of data centers across the country and wholesale electricity prices that are measured in real time for tens of thousands of locations. These are called nodes that are located across the country. And so, by putting these two data sets together, our analysis was able to show that essentially the closer an area is to major data center activity, much more likely price increases are to happen.
And that's so frustrating for people who live in those areas because they didn't sign up for these data centers to come into their backyard, yet they're paying for it. It's interesting because you were also the photographer for the team and went into some of these communities that were impacted in Baltimore specifically. What did they tell you about how these hikes are impacting their lives?
So, Baltimore, as we found in the data analysis, is one of the areas that is most affected across the country, even though it's not necessarily the closest to data centers. So it's close to Northern Virginia, which is a major data center hotspot, and it happens to be on the same grid as, the areas with, Data Center Alley, which created a ripple effect where now people in Baltimore are experiencing extremely high price increases, sometimes double what they were paying in 2020. And so, we spoke to people and photographed people from very different demographics and different walks of life, and they all expressed the same concern and frustration for the prices that they were paying every month. But what I think is interesting is that even though prices increased for everybody in that area, some of those people are more affected than others. They're more now faced with much bigger strain and having to make significant sacrifices, like, for example, choosing between buying food or basic necessities or paying their power bill.
So is there any relief in sight for these people who are really struggling from these higher bills?
I think this is a larger conversation that utilities and local governments are having. How do we accommodate the growing demand for data centers and artificial intelligence while not passing those costs to everyday people, or in a way that doesn't make life really hard for people?
Yeah. Leonardo Nicoletti, thank you so much for joining us.